Okay, the defense mechanisms. Repression. Repression is the most basic, and a lot of times it's involved with many of the other defense mechanisms. Keeping things in the unconscious. You're repressing the material. You have a little kid that's been traumatized. She remembers nothing about it. It's because the information and the memories have been repressed, right? Okay, reaction formation. It's where you're avoiding the anxiety instinct by expressing the opposite. I think of homophobia a lot when I think of this with the reaction formation, how a lot of individuals who are homosexual and haven't come out of the closet present as homophobic. They're presenting exactly the opposite. They're avoiding it by presenting the opposite. Regression, going back to an earlier stage. Rationalization, making an unacceptable situation socially acceptable. And I always remember this. You ever hear that thing about when life gives you lemons, make lemonade? You're rationalizing. It's still lemons. You know, the situation still is just not the best, but they're rationalizing, oh, here's a great way to make it better. Just make lemonade out of it. Projection, putting your own stuff onto somebody else. If I have an issue with procrastination and I'm complaining about, you know, my husband or fiance being a procrastinator, I'm projecting my own stuff onto him. Displacement. Dealing with feelings in a way that is less threatening or has less possible negative outcome. Like coming home, if you're angry at your boss, coming home and taking it out on the dog instead of the boss, which of course I never do. My little doggy. But taking out your feelings on your dog is a whole lot less threatening and has fewer negative outcome possibilities than if you went in and started screaming or kicking at your boss, right? Okay, so that's the displacement. And sublimation. My favorite example of this was a case I actually had, and I will never forget this. Do you guys know what a trichotillomaniac is? Somebody who pulls out their hair plucking. I had a trichotillomaniac who was a hairdresser. Okay? Guys get it? Yeah. Okay, so making sublimation, making an unacceptable situation socially acceptable in some way. So she found a really good way to deal with her hair pulling. Did I ever tell you about that? It was the funniest thing.